talk about a snooze fest. This was just a fucking beatdown. New England at Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, this game was genuinely depressing to watch. Not even as a fan of either team. Just this was one of those depressing.
I just
watches.
don't know, like, if you're Bill, like, you just let that happen to you. Like,
this was one of the big things I was talking about with a lot of people yesterday. Is it's like, if you're Bill, this has got to be a really tough situation to be in, where you love football so much. It's your life. It's like your life. It's like if you're getting older, and the team is just in its worst state you've ever witnessed.
Ever.
And it's like. And let's just start with the obvious. I mean, the obvious. It's like Mac Jones. It's
not working.
It's like, and it's like worst case scenario on top of the fact that it's not working, but they also have no weapons besides Ramondre. At this point, I'd say Ramondre is maybe their what is it? Do they have what? I mean, and Ramondre is not even playing good this year. It's like they may be the only weaponless. I'm saying that sounds so like. I mean, they really, though, in a sense, yeah, that sounds bogus because they have talented guys, but no guys that are number ones.
No.
And it's like, if you don't have a number one, you're going to struggle, and they literally have no number one.
Juju's supposed to be your number one. Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne. Like,
have a bunch of good 2s, 3 slots.
And
they have
even
a bunch of just
their
slots.
line hasn't been playing the greatest, so it's like Ramondre.
Besides Trent Brown, the O-line's playing pretty terrible. It's like,
yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So what question do we have?
Yeah, so the question for this one is, should the Pats blow it up? We kind of already started touching on it. I
feel like they kind of have to. Like, there's nothing like, there's no chance this team gets past the first round in the playoffs, if they even make the playoffs. And it's just like, here's my thing. It's easy for me, obviously, to sit here and be like, you got to blow it up. Like, but these are like guys' careers and everything. But at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't, obviously I'll tell if I want a team to blow it up, but this is different because it's like Bill Belichick. Like, you usually never have said like, oh, the Pats need to blow it up. I think it's time for the Pats to do like the first rebuild in the last 25 years. Like, it's just not the team that is going to get you anywhere.
No, and let me be clear. Blowing it up for me does not mean like telling Bill to hit the door. Not at all. If anything, it has to do with telling literally everyone else besides Bill and the whole roster. Like, it's like giving Bill a whole new shot at finding his QB again.
Yeah.
Because again, as we've said, it comes down to having the QB. If I'm Kraft, I do believe if I get Bill another QB that he can actually build and win around, he will.
Yeah.
It's just Max as I'm looking at it again. It's
but
just Max.
To me, you need like a Shanahan-esque offensive coordinator. No more Bill O'Brien, no more Matt Patricia's, someone that runs a modern offense. Like,
no, seriously though. I mean, shit aside, you can't just carry yourself with having one of the best defenses in the league anymore.
Hunter Henry is your leading receiver. Like, this team is so fucking ancient. Like,
because bro. It's like when they had Tom, even when they had teams that when they had subpar offenses and subpar defenses, you got away with it. But it's like now, right? Yeah, they're not gonna have another Tom. But it's like it starts with finding another QB that is going to somewhat help hide the deficiencies of this team. Because it's just
they're just not built to win.
They're not. But yeah, there's nothing special about the Patriots.
And Christian Gonzalez looks nice, but he's gonna be out for probably about a month.
Let me be clear. They have a bunch of good pieces. That's the thing about the Patriots too, is they're in that realm of like good pieces. Nothing, but not any. You're not stacked at the super important. Like, your trenches are not stacked. And so, therefore, it's like, and Mac's not the guy, and therefore, that's the recipe to not compete.
Yeah. Do you have much to say on Dallas? I don't really know what else to say other than they obviously did not take lightly losing to the Cardinals.
Yeah, so my only point was like, yeah, they're back to hitting on all cylinders. And that's like we said, it happens. You're going to have a couple games usually where you're like, well, that was not us. As long as you bounce back, that's all that matters. And you don't want them to happen later in the year. It's better to get them out of the way early.
And Deron Bland.
That was literally my only other note. This man is a pick machine.
Bro, 2 picks?
And he had, 6 last year? He either had 5 or 6 last year.
Deron Bland.
And so, yeah, he's an interception machine.
Bro, yeah, that was the thing is like, if he can just snap, I wonder if it's like one of those things where like Diggs, you know how he jumped a bunch of routes last year, or the year before maybe.
They'll say the year before,
yeah,
but I know
year
what you
before.
mean.
I mean, he obviously got better, but that was why he was getting all those turnovers. I wonder if he was like, I'm just gonna start jumping routes. Like, there's not enough
that's what he
tape
was
on
doing
me.
for these two.
Yeah,
He was
I mean,
just
he had the
jumping
pick
underneath.
6. Yeah, really, real feel bad for Ezekiel Elliott. He had to watch get stomped by his former team that he should have just probably re-signed with.
Probably.
But yeah, man. I mean,
But yeah, the Cowboys are
Cowboys
dominant.
spread it out.
And they have so many weapons. That was my only other thing I want to say too. Is like they have just so many weapons that on a day where CeeDee Lamb goes for what is that, 36 yards?
Yeah.
You can just dominate and put up a 35-point win.
Yeah.
Against a good defense.
Yeah. Rip the Patriots.